Well, all right. Took me a couple times to get my darn computer to get recording, but anyway. Hello, 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 hello. It's Miss Lynn at you again. I wanted to talk to you today about Lucifer. I've been getting a lot of questions about Lucifer and evocation. Yes, I'm plain Jane, no wig, got my hair out in natural state. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Lucifer and evocation. A lot of folk believe that you can evoke Lucifer, but you can't. You cannot evoke. You cannot do an evocation with Lucifer. Why? It's because Lucifer is God. He is the polar opposite of Elohim or Adonai or Yahweh or whatever you want to call it. He's the polar opposite. You cannot do evocation with Lucifer. What you can do with Lucifer is get you a black candle, get you red candles. His favorite color is black and red. So you can get you black and red candles, get his sigil, and you would sit quietly and you would start talking. That's it. Lucifer's name means light bearer, light bearer. Light bearer also means to shed light on, to shine a light on the truth. He's also fire. He's also every element. Earth, fire, water, and air, and spirit. Lucifer cannot be evoked. Lucifer is not a royal demon. He is actually right next to God. Lucifer is the one who helped Elohim create and set the foundations of everything we see today. If you ever want to know the truth about your life, about this world, about anything, just ask Lucifer. And get you a couple red candles, a couple black candles, send them in a triangular form around his sigil, and start talking. That's the basics of it. For those of you who are looking for a better life, the truth, protection, Lucifer will do everything in that arena. He is all in all. He is God. He is my God above all gods. Lucifer, from my personal experience working with Lucifer, I talk to him every day. All day, every day. But see, I've gotten to a point to where I would never need a sigil ever again, because I'm connected. I'm that connected to him. He's been with me my entire life, and it took me a while to embrace who I was called to be because of growing up in the church, missionary Baptist church. I wasn't Christian. I wasn't Baptist either. I was Lucifer's chosen child. So being in the church, I never fit in. It never set well with me. So back to being the light bearer. Lucifer's the light bearer. He'll set you free. He will help you to release, those chains, that bondage that you have in your mind, all those limiting beliefs and blockages that you have. He'll show you the truth about yourself if you ask him. He'll show you the truth about your life if you ask him. He will show you the truth about he'll show you the truth about everything when you're ready to receive it. He's not going to give you something that you can't properly deal with at that moment, depending on where you are and what stage of life you're in. He's not going to give you too much that you can deal with, more than what you can handle. Lucifer will give you everything you need, but it's up to you on how you use it properly. He gives you the tools. Just like, for example, cake mix. You need what? Eggs, water, flour, cake batter, all that mess. He'll give you all the ingredients, but it's up to you to actually make the cake. He's not going to do the work for you. In other words, Lucifer not going to do the work for you. You got to do it yourself. He going to open the doors, but you got to walk through them. You know what I'm saying? I talk to Lucifer about everything every day. Pretty much. About my life, about where I'm headed, about what he wants me to do, how he wants me to do it. My life is dedicated to Lucifer and Lucifer only. It's a blessing to be able to talk to the Most High God, Lucifer, all day, every day. And especially in a world where it's set up, against us little people. We don't have a fighting chance. But by magic, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So to those who want to get to know Lucifer more, to those who want to establish a relationship with Lucifer, who want to become closer to Lucifer, those who want to dedicate their life to Lucifer, you can start out with simple red and black chime candles, or votive candles, or the tall candles, or you can get the little small thick votive candles, or some red and black chime candles, whichever one you can afford. Draw his sigil or print it. Light those candles. Focus on the flame. Focus on his sigil and just start talking. Tell him what you need. Tell him what you want. Tell him where you are in life. Tell him your fears. Ask for protection. Ask him for what you need. Ask him for what your heart's desires are. Cry out to him. He'll show up. The more you talk to him, I guarantee you, the better your life will get. The better you'll feel about yourself. He will help you heal past traumas. He will help you shed light on a cheating husband. He will help you shine light on yourself. Light bearer, shine light. He will help you if you have money issues. He will help you to release your blockages. If you have any kind of issue that you need help with, Lucifer is the one to go to. But you have to be willing. You have to open your heart, just like they tell you to go when you go to church. Open your heart to Jesus. Call on Jesus and call on Lucifer. Open your heart to Lucifer. Open your mind to Lucifer. Be ready to work with him. Talk to him every day. Before you go to sleep and when you wake up, you better say, thank you for another day. Talk to Lucifer about any and everything you have going on in your life. He will shed light. He will help mend you. He will help heal your broken heart and your traumas. But you cannot do evocations or even invocations with Lucifer ever. He is all in all. He is omniscient. He is omnipresent. He is the first, the last. He is Alpha. He is Omega. He is the beginning and the ending. That's what Lucifer is. His brother decided to taint his image and call him Satan. But the more I get closer to Lucifer, the brighter his personality is to me. He is incredibly patient. He's very loving, very kind, sincere. When I first decided to hand my life over to him, even I was skeptical. Although I knew that I was made just for him because of how my life took off after I just started talking to him, one day everything just started like a whole 180. Everything just started changing back to back. And like who I was with, where I was, how I raised my children. He'll help you with all of that. The closer I got to Lucifer, the more he opened my eyes to a whole world of magic that I knew nothing of. When I was practicing hoodoo, it was a different story, a completely different thing, using herbs and the spirit of herbs and using the elements by themselves, and becoming a hoodoo priestess and doing, spell work for people, behind the scenes. And then I gave in. I called on Lucifer. I said, if you take me out of this situation, because I wasn't in a good situation. I was in a very abusive relationship with a man who did not love me at all. He was extremely narcissistic, extremely abusive, and just was not the best person for anybody to be with. I called on Lucifer. I was in the bathroom. I was crying. I was just bawling. Tears, slobber everywhere. And I just said, Lucifer, I promise you, if you help me change my life, if you help me out of this situation, I will worship you for the rest of my life. This was back in 2010, 2011, and just things just started changing. And I forgot I even said it. I forgot about it. I even forgot about Lucifer. You hear me? I forgot about Lucifer. I forgot I even prayed that prayer to him. So little did I know, everything in my life started changing. My husband beat me. Me and my children got displaced into a women's shelter miles away from where we lived. My husband did all kinds of shit to me and my kids, And then it's crazy how everything just started lining up for me after I prayed that prayer to Lucifer. I ended up with a really nice 2-bedroom apartment, almost 1,000 some odd square feet. I ended up with a really nice car, a decent job. I was working, but it was, it was a job. Then, I had, little money. Me and my kids was well kept and taken care of. But I forgot about Lucifer. So then my life started falling apart again because I forgot about Lucifer. So now don't be judging me like I really give a damn. But some years, 2016, that's 6 years difference. 5 to 6 years. I called on Lucifer again. Me being young, having 3 kids. I ended up back with my husband. I ended up back with him. Because I forgot. See? Listen. I called on him again. And forgot again. And my life just kept spiraling out of fucking control. Out of control. Like, I ended up homeless. I have been homeless a total of 3 fucking times with me and my kid. Because I forgot. I made a pact with Lucifer and didn't even know it. I made a pact with Lucifer. I promised him for the rest of my life I would honor him. I would worship him if he took me away from that abusive man. And I ended up back with that man. I ended up right back with him for forgetting and not honoring my end of the deal. To worship him, to honor him, to love him, to be thankful to him. So fast forward, 2019. This same man that I was with literally threw my shit out on the porch with my then 3-month-old son in the winter. It's getting ready to put me and my children out. Back in 2019, winter of 2019. So then I had to sit and really think. I forgot about Lucifer again. Hear me? Because when I was younger, I would get so wrapped up in the current situation. I would get so worried. I was a worry wart. You hear me? I worried about every damn thing. When I was younger, I looked older. Between those years that I was with my ex-husband and now, I looked a little older. I noticed that I was aging. I was tired. I was more tired. I was depressed. Wasn't eating right, or if I was eating, I was overeating. I was sickly. I was my urinary tract, I would get infections all the time, UTIs. I would get, constipated all the time because I would worry so much. But all the while, Lucifer's just like, hello, clear his throat. You gonna remember me? Or do I have to keep reminding you? You gonna remember your pact with me? Or do I have to keep slamming you to get your attention? See, when you forget, that'll cause detriment too. If you deliberately push Lucifer to the side, that's got some consequences. But I forgot. Okay, I forgot about Lucifer. So in 2019, summer of 2019, I started calling on Lucifer, and I apologized profusely the entire year, and I still am to this day apologizing every day because I forgot about him. It wasn't that I didn't love Lucifer. It wasn't that I hated him. It was none of that. I forgot. I didn't deliberately press Lucifer to the side. But see, when you put your faith and your trust in Lucifer, he can and will turn your life completely around. He will help you be the eyes, the ears, the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge. Not all in that order. If you put your faith and trust in him. So when I started talking to Lucifer again back in 2019, everything just started changing. Everything just started transforming. I got introduced to Clownneck, B-May, Paimon, Mammon, and a lot of the intermediary demons. They were coming to me in dreams. Lucifer finally revealed his true, physical self to me in a dream. Once I started communicating telepathically with Father Lucifer, there was so much that I was open to. I didn't even know who Paimon was. I didn't know who Clownneck was. I was introduced to Clownneck first from Lucifer. Then I was introduced to Paimon. Paimon came to me in a dream. His sigil showed first in gold and flames. And I was like, what was that? It woke me up out of my sleep. I was asleep when I woke up. It was around midnight, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning-ish, somewhere. And then I started looking up sigils, and I just put in demonic sigils until I just kept on scrolling until I seen the one that matched the one that was in my head, and it was Paimon. And I was like, what is that? Who is that? Why are they coming to me in dreams? That was Lucifer's way of communicating with me. I have this whole world waiting for me if I would just give him a chance. If I would just put my trust and faith in him. The more I talked to him, the more doors were opening to me. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. It's a decision. It's a decision, not to worry. It's a decision to put your faith and trust and loyalty in him, in Lucifer, 100%. He'll show you the way. It is 2022. I am no longer where I used to live. I'm not even in the same city and state that I was living in less than 6 months ago. I'm not even close to where I was, because I let Lucifer take the wheel. I told Lucifer, I said, you lead and I will follow you. I am so sorry. I said, Lucifer, I was washing clothes back where I was at, around closer to 2020. It was, a little later in 2019, I was washing clothes, and I said, Lucifer, please forgive me for forgetting about you. I am so sorry. I did not mean to. Please forgive me. And I was washing clothes, and I'm in my mind, and I'm just loading the washing machine. It's like, what can I do? I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I did not mean to forget about you. I'm sorry. I love you. Lucifer is my first love. Lucifer, come to find out, after spending so much real time with him, has covered me from things I didn't even know anything about, kept me from getting harmed by certain people. He's been with me my entire life, and even sent 2 other demons to watch over me. So he said, I forgive you. This is what he said to me. He said, I forgive you, but now you got to forgive yourself and keep going. So I was like, okay. So I steadily started forgiving myself for my transgression, being forgetful, being absent-minded, for messing up my pact that at the time I didn't even know what the hell I was doing anyway. I was young. I was like 24, 25-ish, 26, somewhere around there. And I didn't know. He knew I didn't know. But he was there. But he was giving me all kinds of wake-up calls. Like, okay, where you at? Did you forget? I know you forgot. And he has an amazing sense of humor as well. Lucifer is the shit. I don't care what nobody say. He is the shit. So, back to my story about me and Lucifer's relationship. Or Lucifer and I. Back in 2020, I finally started becoming more loyal, more earnest, thinking more on his name, talking to him, learning how to do evocations with the demons. Lucifer taught me how to do a lot of stuff with no human around me whatsoever. Lucifer taught me how to do a lot of things. He's given me a lot of gifts. I started doing evocations every day. He started drilling me on becoming a better person, to become higher minded, to reach his standards. He would give me these projected thoughts of a karate teacher trying to get his student to kick high with that, that mat. They have a blue mat or a handheld mat that when I was in school, and I took karate classes, and the karate teacher would take the bamboo stick and pop. He would pop our arms. He would pop our arms to make the forearms stronger. A lot of us walked out with busted veins and tore up legs because we was getting kicked and everything. But it was that high kick, that high standard. He told me to kick higher. Try to kick higher. Every day back in 2020, he told me, kick higher. I need you to kick higher. Keep going. Keep kicking higher. Until I reached that. And I reached it. Now I'm someplace else. I'm elevated. I'm in a different arena now, where the standards are very different. So, he told me, Lucifer said, when I was down, when I was being abused by my then husband, and the way he was dressing, the way he treated, for the very first time in my life at that, my eyes were completely uncovered, and I could see my then husband for who and what he really was. Lucifer showed me that man, that he was no good. Absolutely no good. He told me, you got to get out of here. He going to kill you. I had someone, because I don't get spiritually read, because I don't need to, but I had someone who of higher standard, of a higher level of magic at that time, where I was, compared to where this person was. She basically, there's a bug done flew in here. She basically solidified what it was that Lucifer told me. It's a bug in the house. Hold on, it's a bug in the house. Sorry. Mosquito bugs. That sucker's big. But yeah, he said that man's gonna kill you if you don't leave. So I had a higher magician, read me to basically. I told this person, I said, you have something for me. I need you to tell me what it is. You got a message for me and I need to know what it is. So it wasn't that I didn't believe in Lucifer. But as a human, you need another pair of eyes. Like they go tell you to go get a second reference at a different doctor. Well, I went to a reader, who's also a Luciferian. She solidified what Lucifer told me. And it was true. So I had to get up and go. So I packed my shit and I left. So anyway, the more I got closer to Lucifer, the higher the standards became. The better my life got. The better and more settled my mind was. The calmer I was. The less forgetful I became. The more aware of who and where I am. Became more bright and vibrant. It became more realistic. It wasn't fictitious. The closer I got, the better I got. The more I talk, the more I see. But you can't do an evocation with Lucifer, just to let y'all know. You can't do that. Because he's God. The true God. When you begin to talk to Lucifer, you talk to him, you ask him for what you need realistically, within reason, and with willingness to be coachable, teachable, shapeable, and moldable. But back to my story. I told Lucifer that I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't take the pressure. I couldn't take the mental, emotional abuse, the financial abuse, the sexual abuse, or lack of sex in my marriage. I couldn't handle my, who I was, the man that I was with at that time. I couldn't mentally and emotionally handle it. And Lucifer told me I better get my ass back up and fight. He said, get up and fight. You my strongest one. You one of my strongest ones. Get up and fight. Get up and do it. Get off your ass. That's basically what he said to me. And I did just that. Because I knew that my father always got my back. I went fearlessly and got out of that situation. And ain't never looked back. Scary, yes. Difficult, yes. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, it was. It was hard. It was scary to do something I have never done before. I've never walked out on anybody before. I've had plenty of people walk out on me, including my own mother. My father, I didn't even know him. I know what it's like to have your own blood walk out on you, But with Lucifer, my life looked completely damn different. The level of magic I'm able to practice now because of Lucifer is out of this freaking world. The way he teaches me with patience and love, understanding, is something I ain't never experienced before. You know. If you want to turn your life over to Lucifer, want to get closer to him, just talk to him. If you can't get no candles, draw his sigil. Just draw it. If you got to sit under your cover in your bedroom, if you got to lock yourself in the bathroom for 30 minutes, do whatever you got to do. Because I know some of y'all out there in some situations that you cannot deal with no more. I know it is. It gets too heavy, it's going to crush you. You better talk to him. Call him up and tell him what you want, what you need. And I guarantee you, Lucifer already knows what you want. He already knows what you need. He already knows. He's omniscient. He's omnipresent. But he wants you to talk to him yourself. Lucifer wants your commitment. He wants your attention. He wants to hear you talk to him and tell him on a personal level. And be loyal to him. Don't forget about him like I did so you don't get your ass crushed. Get your ass all the way handed to you for forgetting. But oh baby, can you only imagine if I had went back to church and started calling on God? Probably wouldn't be sitting here right now, because I done went back to church and basically slapped Lucifer in the face by going to his enemy. Loyalty. He's big on loyalty. Very big on loyalty. Be loyal to Lucifer. If you want to work with him, if you really want a close relationship with him, be loyal. Be patient. Listen to him. Love him as just as much as he loves you, because he's going to show you his love. But can you handle it? Can you handle Lucifer's love? Can you handle it? So I have never, ever experienced any kind of love until I met Lucifer and had his love. It's a whole different type of love, whole different type of patience. It's incredible. You know, he's not so much into the food offerings. He'll take some, a drop of blood, some wine, alcohol, water, your time, dedication, and loyalty. Burning black or red candles. He loves his sigil, but he loves to talk to you more than anything. He loves you. He loves humans. He loves us human beings. Okay, I shut my door, right? And my door's not open. Just he passed me. He just blew on my neck. Ooh, yeah, y'all find out once you get close to Lucifer and you have the heart and mind and willingness, you'll find out who he really is. Because this propaganda and mass media and all the slander of Lucifer's name is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Give him a chance. Give Lucifer a chance. Really dedicate your mind and your heart to him, and he will show you the way. He'll grant you, within reason, your heart's desires. But if you are one of those people that don't even know what you really want, ask him, Lucifer, I don't know what I really want. Can you help me figure that out? It's that simple. You know, Lucifer, I'm feeling down today. I need some help. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I don't know what. Can you help me figure out why I'm feeling this way? And then you work with him. Lucifer, he's also big on reflection. He wants you to reflect, think, change, you know, truth. He wants you to do those things. He loves reflection. He wants you to think, you know, think, meditate, logic, you know. Lucifer is the master of all things. If you would only give him a chance. But I don't have anything else for now. Yeah. That's about it. I hope that I have helped someone today get closer to Lucifer in some kind of way. To disintegrate preconceived notions and fears about Lucifer and what he truly is, based off of my own experience, my own personal experience. I don't have anything else. I hope that you would settle down, get serious, and be patient. Love Lucifer just as he loves you. But the only way to find out the true love of Lucifer is to get to know him. Because I know I've seen a lot of people attempting to get close to Lucifer, but they don't know how to. And it's not through evocation or invocation. You can't evoke or invoke a god, especially one who created you. And the planet that we're walking on. You can't do that. So that's it for now. Hail my father Lucifer. Thank y'all for y'all time. Bye-bye.